genderqueers. Hope on Monday. Sorry, I'm doing this while driving again, but it's literally the only time I have today, because after this I'm going to be completely booked up until about 9 o'clock at night, and then I have to finish some homework. So yeah. So this week we're talking about marriage and children. Seriously, those are the topics. It's nothing really specific, so we can talk about whatever we want, but I guess it's supposed to talk about, if we want to get married and if we want to have children and that kind of thing. I do want to get married. It's kind of weird how actually traditional I am in that sense. I guess I'm a lot more actually, conservative compared to a lot of people in my generation when it comes to just relationships in general, despite the fact that I'm pansexual and obviously genderqueer. But, I don't believe it's morally okay to, make out with random people or have sex with someone you're not in a relationship with or, any of that stuff. I don't know how I turned out, so I guess you could say conservative or traditional in that sense. But, yeah, I do want to get married, hopefully to my partner, who we've been together for more than 2 years, and hopefully we'll be able to get married within the next few years. We still have a year left of undergrad, and I don't think it's a very good idea to get married while you're still in undergrad, but then after that, I'm hopefully going to be going on to a PhD program, and he wants to go into a master's program, so we'll have to see where we end up moving, and we might have to wait another 2 years for him to finish his master's, because the PhD takes at least 5 years, and then he can move to wherever I am, depending on, if we end up getting close to each other or not. But yeah. There are a lot of, queer people who don't believe in marriage at all. There are even a lot of, straight people and cis people who don't believe in marriage at all. That I don't even really understand what the argument is against it. I think it's, because they don't want to participate. Well, at least for queer people, they don't want to participate in an institution that is meant for and or run by people that aren't queer. But, I agree that it is that way at the moment, but that's why, I'm a huge advocate for marriage equality, and I've been working as much as I can with a group in Central Arkansas trying to get marriage equality on our ballot for 2016, which is obviously a long shot living in Arkansas. Which actually just passed some sort of resolution reaffirming that the lawmakers in Arkansas don't believe in marriage equality, which is shitty. But, yeah. So I'm not really sure what the argument is against it. For me, marriage is more of just a commitment to the other person. Obviously, there are a lot of legal benefits, which is, of course, a huge issue for marriage equality. Civil unions, for example, often don't give the full benefits that straight marriage does. And obviously, everyone deserves to have the same rights. But I forget where I was going with it. But yeah, I like marriage equality, and I hopefully want to be married one day. And I want to help people be able to get married who aren't currently allowed to get married in this stupid backwards country of ours. Or at least of mine. I know there are people on this channel from other countries that have more progressive outlook on this, but I gotta get out of my way, mister. I don't know what he's doing. I'm putting my signal on, and I don't know what he's doing. Shit, this is bad. Okay, I'm gonna move over now. Okay, but, as far as children, I'm not so sure about children. I've never really wanted children like a lot of people do. This is actually the one thing that my partner and I don't see eye to eye on as far as our future. He has always wanted children, at least one child. I don't think he wants a whole lot of them. I'm not really so sure. Actually, both of us plan to have careers that involve children, which is a little bit strange. We're both psychology majors right now, and he is planning to get a master's degree in applied behavioral analysis which is basically working with children and sometimes adults, I think, but mostly children who have like behavioral disorders or other disorders like autism spectrum disorders or ADHD and that kind of thing. You know, in order to help get them a little bit more functional. And I'm hoping to be an experimental research psychologist in developmental psychology, which doesn't always involve children, but a lot of it does involve children. I'm hoping to be able to research things like the development of gender identity, especially genderqueer non-binary identities, and how parental influence influences the emotional development of children, especially in cases of abuse or neglect, or, you know, high tension, high emotionality families, that kind of thing. Those are just a few of my research interests, but we both want to actually work with children for part of our career, so I feel like that'll be like more than enough children for me. Children never have really factored into what I see for my future. At least at the moment, I'm just not really concerned about it. It's just so far ahead. Like, I'm just really much more career focused and getting into schools and all that kind of stuff right now. So yeah. Yeah, but he definitely wants children. Since he's a behaviorist, he really likes training animals and people and that kind of thing. So he wants a child just to be able to, like, train him to be a genius or whatever. But, yeah. And also, you know, I have a few other reservations about having children. Like, for instance, mental illness runs in my family. It also runs in Zach's family, too, but not as badly as in my family. And, you know, I would be concerned about my mental health being pregnant, just because you're not supposed to take, you know, certain mental health, what's the word? Drugs, I suppose, because it can harm your baby. And then at the same time, you know, just being stressed out all the time is also really not good for the baby. So, you know, no matter what I do, I'd be like fucking killing my baby. But, okay, what are you doing? This person is like, I don't know what they're doing. They're an idiot. Okay. Yeah, so if I ever had a kid, I would definitely want to adopt it. Just because, you know, what's the point in having a kid and getting pregnant and going through all that horrible stuff when there are so many kids that don't have homes that really need homes? So, yeah, and Zach is also okay with adopting. He doesn't care. He just wants to be able to raise a kid and teach it to be a genius, which I'm not sure will happen because intelligence is mostly, well, actually, no. Intelligence is one of those things that's kind of half genetic and half environmental, but anyway, it is 12:30 and I'm supposed to be inside right now, and I just parked, so I have to go. So, see you guys later.